Okay. Hello YouTube here, it's Lisa Stayed here, coming to you all from my bedroom here. And it's spring break right now, so I'm gonna catch up and well, we all left off on the Life and Death of Adolf Hitler series. I think somehow I lost the video that I was gonna do that was about Kristallnacht. Somehow it disappeared or whatever, didn't go through. So I guess that's where we leave off on. Now the whole thing about the Kristallnacht was once the Jewish guy ends up killing one of the diplomats in France, I forgot his name though, but he kills one of the diplomats in France from the Third Reich, in Paris of the German embassy. Ends up shooting the guy, so Adolf Hitler, knowing Adolf Hitler and the Nazis, this guy's being a real dum-dum for not knowing what Hitler and the Nazis would do, I'm guessing. I guess he let anger, for good reason, get the best of him. For what Hitler and the Nazis were doing even before Kristallnacht, which was forcing Jewish people to wear the yellow Star of David, that they couldn't engage in any public activities, the whole boycotting Jewish businesses, harassment, imprisonment. And yes, even before the Holocaust, the Western Conference, but the Holocaust was still going since Hitler sat his butt down in 1933 in January 30th. Literally, Hitler started the whole thing once he got into power. He even planned for this stuff in Mein Kampf. He even refers to pretty much makes reference to what most historians would say in Mein Kampf is Hitler's plans for the gas chambers. He uses a reference of his comparison with the mustard gas to, well, if a bunch of Jewish people were held down on this stuff, the world would be better without them. Pretty much that's the whole summary of Hitler's plan to using the gas chambers that be used later on in development of the Holocaust. Now back to what I was saying about Kristallnacht. Hitler would actually, again, like a usual typical narcissist, would use Goebbels and Himmler to pretty much instigate the Kristallnacht event, the Night of Broken Glass, by sending Nazi supporters and people that were loyal to Hitler, they say to go around, break the glass of windows and Jewish synagogues, homes, businesses, burn down these places, the synagogues, the houses of Jewish people, harass them, kill them, do anything that they want, steal their stuff, destroy their stuff, ransack their homes or their businesses or whatever. Complete chaos. And then afterwards force the Jewish people to pay for the damages done to their stuff. So think of how probably have some stupid idiot that you deal with, and they destroy something, well, you end up having to pay for it. Most of the Jewish people are unhappy for that, for obvious reasons. Think of yourself in that person's shoes. It's terrible. Somebody goes in and ransacks your stuff or your business or I guess your place of worship, and then forces, after they freeze your bank account, to pay for everything. So pretty much you're screwed. You're financially screwed, because when you go down to the local bank, you realize, and like most of the Jewish people did, they couldn't take anything out because Hitler just froze their bank account. Turn lights off on them. Think that's how some of the ad revenue works here, on YouTube. You make a video and you get content struck, content matched or copyrighted or some kind of thing. Then YouTube takes the copyright away, and they pretty much take your money from you. The joys of being a YouTuber. Not comparing that at all to what the Jewish people went through. Use it just a little bit of a similarity to get people to understand, but it was way worse than what YouTube could do to you. Okay? But the Nazis would have everyone that was Jewish forced to clean up everything, pay for the damages, with literally frozen bank accounts, so they were pretty much screwed. And then force them into ghettos. And this is what Hitler would have people do, even when you invade countries. He'd have the same process done to Jews. And a lot of the Germans, they were pretty, I guess, fine and okay. Some of them helped out the Jewish people and hid people that were Jewish or were friends. Others were pretty anti-Semitic and were like, they brought this on themselves. And this is because of the anti-Semitism that was even turning up back in the Middle Ages, medieval days, of the viewpoint that the Jewish people were the ones that killed Jesus Christ, and therefore they deserved all the stuff done to them, or they would be blamed for the bubonic death. And yes, even in Germany, that was in the Middle Ages and Dark Ages. I hate to get into sidetrack little tangent, but I'm gonna bring that as comparison to history, yes, repeating itself in the same exact place, even in the bubonic plague, in Germany, in Nuremberg, in the city of Nuremberg, people would blame the Jews for poisoning the whales and giving the plague, and they'd burn them at the stake and they'd harass them, kill them and stuff. Same exact place, several hundred years later, that's what the Nazis were doing, except they wouldn't blame Germany for the Jews for the bubonic death, or probably, I guess, maybe they're using that, but they blame them for the Versailles Treaty and the loss of World War I. Even though a lot of Germans were kind of fighting that, let's not have the Second World War. Hitler convinced everyone that we should have it. That was good for the folk or whatever. So a lot of Hitler would eventually, people would also try to complain to authorities. Just like what you would do if you saw something wrong, you complain to your superiors or higher ups. Well, in the Third Reich, your higher-ups are the Nazis. If you're going to complain about, anti-Semitic hate crimes, good luck. Because knowing Hitler, he would just blame, say, it was some bad apples. And there were other things that the Nazis would do before Kristallnacht, which would, again, they would have stormtroopers standing outside with no placards and sign, don't buy from the Jews. They would mark Jewish windows and stuff, with the word Jude, or Jew in German, or Star of David or whatever. If you've seen the pictures, just Google it, Jewish shops in the Third Reich, you'll see what I'm talking about. They did that to mark that, people to not buy from Jews, and just pretty much screw over innocent people's lives. And then they would go off with the camps still, they'd sweep you up and round you up there. Or they would just flat out shoot you, Now, even when they had Jewish people wearing the Star of David, yes, Germans were allowed and even encouraged that you could go torment your friends that were Jewish down the street and treat them like crap, because now your friends could end up being identified by everyone. That was okay, because to the Nazis they were considered the problem to all of Germany's woes, and people believe this stuff, and kids will indoctrinate this. Hitler wanted kids indoctrinated into this once they could speak or walk or whatever. And you had people that would grow up in the Hitler Youth and would die for this guy. There were cases where you could have a military chaplain, pastor, priest or whatever, turn up and give a guy the last rites, dying on the battlefield, and he would say, no, give me my picture of Hitler. I gotta say, that's what I give my last rites to. they had pretty much ended up being turned into the cult of the fuel. They had shrines and everything. They'd have a household little shrines that feel, I guess, it's like, in China, with Mao Zedong. You'd have your picture of Mao Zedong, your red book, whatever. When the Third Reich, it was called Hitler Grotto. It was a little area that would have your picture, your statue, or whatever, of Hitler, When you put flowers or whatever, I don't think they'd burn incense or candles or whatever, but I've seen pictures where it's flowers. They wouldn't give it offerings of food, so I'm guessing that's not what they did. But, they would pray for Hitler. They would have churches even pray for Hitler. Kids were taught the dinner-time prayer, mealtime prayer, to say thank you, not to God or whatever, but to the Führer for making everything wonderful. Kids were taught those even nursery rhymes and everything. Christmas even. Just use an example of the insanity of the Nazis. Hitler tried to bring back Yule, so the pagan practices, that kind of fell flat on its face, because you're trying in a very predominant Christian country to bring back stuff that's not really coming back for maybe wait a couple of decades to the 60s, I guess. Maybe it might come back. But then eventually Hitler would, back to what I was saying about, the whole... But yeah, Hitler ended up even having a bunch of Christmas-themed stuff, You Google this kind of stuff, Google images of Nazi Christmas or whatever. Yeah, Hitler made, in the end, if he failed with bringing back neo-paganism, I guess. There were leaders that were into that, like Himmler. They were into Nazi esotericism, Nazi mysticism. That's part of what the term you would look at. Hitler mysticism, Hitler esotericism, the cult to the Führer, which was a big part of also definitely the Hitler Youth and definitely the SS. God forbid. But back to, wait, let me make sure I'm keeping up to, okay. Well, I'm going to change off on this video and go on to the next video. This is Lisa Stayed here, signing off to you, telling you to make sure to like these videos, share these videos, hit subscribe, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel, Lisa Stayed, and hit the obsessed, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, set it to all, donate to my Patreon and my subscribe store. You can go to my BitChute channel, which is one word, Lisa Marie Stayed, at bitchute.com. You can go to my TikTok account, Lisa Stayed 1. You can go to my Twitter account, send me a tweet. I love to hear feedback about these videos and any future suggestions. You can definitely go to my Facebook page and my Facebook Messenger page at Lisa Stayed and send, friend request or comment if you want. I'd love to hear feedback from you. That'd be good also. So, on to the next video, and bye now.